Over the years, I've discovered that the most important part of any game is that first hour of gameplay. That first introduction to the world created can make or break the rest of the game. So that's what I'm going to do here with this series. I'll be playing and rating a new game based solely on that first hour. That rating will be based on 5 factors: gameplay, graphics, difficulty, soundtrack, and immersion. Welcome to Gibu's Quickies, where I play a game for the first hour and then give you an honest review. Today we have Atama, a psychic stealth horror game from indie developer Team Zutsuu. The game was released in October of 2022 and currently has a positive rating on Steam. At the time of making this video, it sells for $19.99 for the base game, or you can pay $22.48 to buy it with the soundtrack. Let's get started. The install time was 5 minutes. The game has a footprint of just over 7 gigs. A small footprint compared to AAA developers out there. The menu is clean, sets a mood, somewhat gritty but still kinda peaceful. The melody in the background is calm but foreboding. The tutorial phase does well to walk you through how the game works and shows you how basic controls operate. There is a refresher in the pause menu as well in case you get stuck. The premise of the game is, you are Kaede, a young woman visiting her aunt's hometown to find a family heirloom. Kaede is beset by hallucinations or visions. These visions can let Kaede see through the eyes of the spirits, a premise I've not yet seen in gaming and adds to the horror aspect of the game. The game starts out with a text conversation with you and your sister, who's relaying information from your mother to give up the heirloom and just come home. When you arrive at the train station outside the village, you're greeted by the place looking like a slum town that's been abandoned with quick build structures that people have just been living in. Once you make your way through the factory district, you start seeing visions, and part of the tutorial that allows you to see through the eyes of the spirits is unlocked. The premise is to use the vision of the spirits to be able to hide from them. Stay out of their line of sight and you're safe, but if you're seen, those spirits will chase and kill you. I'll be honest, this game is not for the faint of heart. It is terrifying. The music sets a tone and the sound effects ram it home. It was so scary to me that I couldn't even get through a full hour of gameplay without having to take a break. The TLDR of this is if you enjoy horror games, you will absolutely love Atama. Now, let's grade Atama on the previously mentioned factors. Gameplay, 4.5 gems. The controls aren't clunky and work very well. It is easy without being challengeless, yet there is still plenty of challenge as you progress. Graphics, 4 gems. The graphics aren't amazing, but they work very well for the game. The gritty atmosphere generated by the color scheme and everything, and the artwork seems to be chosen exactly to heighten the emotion rather than just prove as eye candy. Difficulty, 4 gems. As the game gets into your head, you'll start making mistakes. The actual game can be considered easy, but it will get in your head if you pay attention. And once it's got you, you're done, just like one of those spirits. Soundtrack, 5 gems. The soundtrack is absolutely perfect for the game. Every sound seems to be crafted to invoke suspense. Immersion, 4.5 gems. You will get lost in the game. I have no doubt about this. Overall ranking, 4.5 out of 5 gems. The game sucks you in, chews you up, and laughs as it chews. You will hear the laughter of a baby on the street and flinch after playing Atama. The game evokes fear in a way you would expect the DC villain Scarecrow to be the one behind the writing of the game. Honestly, horror is not my preferred genre, but this series isn't about what I like to play. It's about giving honest reviews on games, and honestly, the game is well written, hard to ignore, very scary. And if you enjoy being scared, the game will absolutely deliver on every single level. The developers obviously have great care and meticulous planning involved in each aspect of the game and want to bring you an experience. So look up at Team Zutsuu and at Slowbeef on Twitter. They're the ones who made the game what it is, and they've made me a fan, even if I'm too weak to finish their game. I'll tag all of them in the description so you can check them all out. Is it worth $19.99? Absolutely. I also recommend buying the soundtrack if you want to take the suspense with you on the road. Picking this game up will be a welcome addition to any horror lover's arsenal. But you'll want to play with the lights on. If you like this game, I recommend Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach or The Mortuary Assistant. Both have similar levels of suspense building, and you'll feel right at home with either. I hope you had as much fun with this video as I did making it. The goal of this series is to get players playing games that are just sitting there in their libraries, being forgotten. If you like what you see, please subscribe and don't forget the bell so you can see more ratings in the future. I will be rating games of every genre, from the most indie developers to the AAA big boys. I also stream on Twitch. You can catch me at twitch.tv/oldmangibu. If you have a suggested game for me to do a review on, go ahead and comment it below. While I won't be rating any adult titles on YouTube to maintain some sort of semblance of my ability to be monetized, I will be rating them on another platform in the future. Thank you all for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day.